नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्तिः पूजामूलं गुरुर्पदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरो कृपा। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। वसुदेवसुतं जयदेवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। कृष्ण भगवान की जय। Today we shall see how to meditate upon Gita before starting, so that your mood will be settled in that meditative way. You will be in a mood to hold the absolute while going through Gita. So, meditation should be in the beginning. What is the form of Gita on which we can meditate? अथ गीता ध्यानम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितं भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितं पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनी मम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Partha Arjuna was illumined by Lord Krishna himself, and which was composed in the middle of Mahabharata by the ancient sage Vyasa. O Divine Mother, Gita is just like mother. It protects us from all the dangers, all the problems. O Divine Mother, the knowledge is savior, so knowledge is taken as the mother. The destroyer of rebirth, the showerer of the nectar of Advaita, teaching on the oneness of all things and consisting of 18 chapters upon thee, O Bhagavad Gita. O affectionate mother, I meditate. So we have to meditate on Gita as the knowledge in the form of mother, in the form of knowledge. Namostute vyasa visala buddhe fullaravindaya tapatra netra yena tvaya bharata taila purna prajvalito jnanamaya pradipa. Vyasa. Salutations unto thee, O Vyasa, of broad intellect, all-round intellect, and with the eyes like the petals of full-blown lotus, by whom the lamp of knowledge filled with the oil of the Mahabharata has been lighted. Mahabharata is the essence of all the epics, all the Puranas, where you can get all kinds of informations, geography, history, astrology, and science of all sorts. Everything you will find in Mahabharata. It is a full-blown knowledge. So, Mahabharata is just like oil, and the knowledge of it is the light of the lamp, flame of the lamp, which enlightens you. And in Mahabharata, a portion is taken as Gita. Prapanna parijataya totra vetraikapanaya jnanamudraya krishnaya gitamrita duhe namaha. Who has given this nectarian milk to us? It is Lord Krishna. So we salute Lord Krishna. The Parijat tree or the Kalpataru means will-fulfilling tree, or the bestower of all desires for those who take refuge in him. The holder of the whip in one hand, the wielder of the symbol of knowledge, and the milker of the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. If Bhagavad Gita is the cow, the milk is its knowledge, and the milker is Lord Krishna. He is the cowherd boy. And who will be the calf? Without calf, there cannot be any milking process. Sarvopanisado gavo dugdha gopalanandana partho vascha sudhiri bhakta dugdham gitamritam mahat. All the Upanishads are the cows, and the cowherd boy is Lord Krishna. Gabo Gopalan, Gabo, cow is all the Upanishads, and its essence is milk. So Gita is essence. Dugdha Gopalanandana, Lord Krishna is the milker. Partho Vascha, Arjuna is the calf. Sudhir Bhokta, all the wise men, the intellectual persons, devotees, they are the enjoyer of the milk. Gita Amritam Mahat. This milk is nothing but the knowledge of Gita, the nectarian milk. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. I salute to Lord Krishna, the world teacher. He is not teacher of LKG or UKG. He is the world teacher, universal personality. So whatever he teaches, it is for a whole universe, for whole creation, for all beings. So he is the world teacher. I salute to Lord Krishna, the world teacher, the son of Vasudeva. So his name is Vasudeva. The son of Vasudeva is known as Vasudeva. And the other meaning of Vasudeva, who gives shelter to all. That means the whole world is in his womb. And who abides in everyone. So, both the way. Vasam dadati iti, vasam karoti iti. One who abides in every being and where all beings takes their shelter. So both way is the ultimate truth. I salute to that Lord Krishna, who is the destroyer of Kansa and Chanura, the great terrific demons who were tyrants. They were troubling each and everybody in the kingdom, and Krishna was the destroyer of all these evil doers. It is only to bring harmony in the society. The supreme bliss of Devaki, the son of Vasudeva, and Devaki is the mother. Krishna was the bliss of Devaki. Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Salya Grahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Vela Kula Aswathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandave Rananadi Kaivartaka Kesava. Now we have to meditate as it were the battlefield of Mahabharata is just like a lake, a water lake, where we have to consider all these beings who are there present in some form or other. With Kesav as the helmsman, verily was crossed by the Pandavas the battle river whose banks were Bhishma and Drona. It is just like a terrific river, very hard to cross across. Those water was Jayadratha, whose water was Jayadratha, whose blue lotus was the king of Gandhara. Who? King of Gandhara? Sakuni, the uncle. He was the greatest player of politics in the battlefield. So, Sakuni was the blue lotus in the river, whose crocodile was Salya. Salya was also a great warrior, and it is compared with the crocodile. Salya. Salya and Salwa, they are different. Salwa is some other being, some other person. Salya is the uncle of Pandavas and Kauravas both, and more close to Pandavas. He was coming to help Pandavas, but in between, in the way, Kauravas persuaded him by worshipping him and serving him in the way. So he was very much pleased. He thought Pandavas are doing all this, and he asked a boon. So this fellow said, you have to fight with us. Fight on our behalf. So he was bound to go to help the Kauravas instead of Pandavas. He was a great warrior. He was from south. And Asatthama, Vikarna, Ghora Makara. Asatthama and Vikarna, Duryodhan. Asatthama, Vikarna, Ghora Makara. Asatthama and Vikarna, they were also great fighters. They are compared as terrible alligators. Duryodhana Vartini. Duryodhan as the whirlpool. Abarth, whirlpool. Utirnaha, the Pandavas went across that river, terrific river. Indeed, by Pandavas, Rana Nadi, the battlefield is the river, and Kaivartak, the helpsman, is Kesav, the Krishna. Lord Krishna was the boatman to take the Pandavas across the terrific river. That is battle. So in this way we have to meditate upon Gita. Parasariyavacha saroj mamalam gitartha gandhodkatam nana kshyanaka kesaram harikatha sambodhana bodhitam loke sajjana satpadehi rahara pepiyamanam da bhuyad bharata pankajam kalimala pradhansina shreyase. May this lotus of the Mahabharata, again another example, simile. May this lotus of the Mahabharata born in the lake of the words of Vyasa. If the words of Vyasa, the compiler of Mahabharata, words of Vyasa, sweet with the fragrance of the meaning of the Gita. Gita is central juice of the whole Mahabharata and all the Upanishads. So it is just like a fragrance of the flower. With many stories as the stamens, the pollen tubes, stamens, and the dust, pollen dust, with the source of all the fragrance, fully opened by the discourses of Hari, Lord Krishna himself, that lotus is fully blown, and that Hari is the destroyer of the sins of Kali age, Kali Yuga. In this iron age, if you meditate upon Gita and practice Gita, you can easily live a happy, prosperous, successful life. And who are the bees? Honey bees who enjoy the fragrance and honey. They are the wise men. It is drunk joyously by the bees of good men in the world. Who is the reader of Gita? They are the bees. They get the honey. And day by day become the bestower of good to us. Every day it bestows all the auspiciousness upon us. Fragrance means auspiciousness or the essence or the prosperity, the wealth, that is essence. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripa tamaham bande paramananda madhavam. We salute to that absolute personality, Lord Krishna, by whose grace I salute that Madhava, means the Father of the whole universe, the protector, the source of supreme bliss, whose grace makes the dumb man eloquent and the cripple cross the mountains. A lame man can climb over the mountain and a dumb can shout loudly and howl. By his grace, impossible becomes possible. Jam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunmanti Divyaihi Stavaihi Vedaihi Sangapada Kramopanishadehi Gayanti Jam Samagaha Dhyanavasthitat Gatena Manasa Pasyanti Jam Yogino Yasyantam Naviduhu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Salutations to that God, the absolute truth, whom Brahma, Vishnu, Varuna, Indra, he is taken as Vishnu. So, whom Brahma and all the gods, namely Varuna, the source of water, life source. Varuna is the name of the water source, the king of water source. But the supplier is Indra. You see, when there will be some company, somebody will be manager, somebody will be marketer, and somebody will be propagator, advertisement. So in this way, So water source is known as Varuna, and the distributor, supplier is known as Indra. And water means source of life. Varuna, Indra, Rudra, Lord Shankar, and the Marutas. There are 49 kinds of air gods, wind gods. They are called Marutas, 49. There is a big interesting story how one became 49. It was quarrel among, in shortcut, quarrel among the two wives of the Prajapati, the creator, two wives. They are jealous of each other. So the son of one wanted to kill other's child in the womb itself. When the wind god was in the womb, the stepmother's boy entered into the womb and tried to destroy it. But it was not destroyed, it was divided into 49. When they born, they were 49. Because that womb was a nectarian womb. It cannot be destroyed. So wind god was born in 49 forms. So they are called 49 Marutas. Hanumanji is today was Hanuman's day, Saturday. Hanuman is known as the son of wind god, Maruti Nandan. He is the son of wind god. That is also an interesting story. So stories, they give you some secret in the form of stories, secret of science, Vigyan, science, how the nature works and what are the secret rules of nature, how the creation grows, and all these mighty beings, they personify in some form or other. Mighty beings. Hanuman is known as the source of all strength and what we call bal, strength. So wind is the strongest element among the 5. So it can do and undo anything and everything. So his son is our Hanuman, Maruti Nandan. Huh? Bhim, yes, of course. Bhim, of course, was the second son, wind god's son. Salutation to that God whom Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra and the Marutas praise. All the gods, they bow down to the supreme truth. They don't know all about the truth. Of course, they are wise men, but nobody knows the beginning and end of the truth, because that is the source. They praise with divine hymns, of whom the Sama chants Sama Veda. Among the four Vedas, Sama Veda is known as the science of music. Don't think simple music is Sarigama Padhanisa. No, no. Music is life itself in the creation. That's why we were talking about life in our Yoga Vasishtha. Life is a song, and Gita also is a song. It is the science of life, and it is sung by the absolute truth personified. So it is life itself. So Samaveda is the authority of music, how the sound starts and how it is managed to be rhythmical and create the creations. Out of sound only everything is created. In music, in olden days, there were some ragas, some rhythms. One is called Megha Mallar, when the raga is sung in the empty sky, you can bring clouds and there will be rain. Out of that sound, it is sung in that way. So it gives you the faith and understanding how the sound creates. Of course, water is the source of life. So when you can create the water, so why not the creation by sound? Sound is the root cause, and that starts with the prana, the monosyllable alphabet, which contains all the three qualities, three Vedas, all, the whole world is in Om. So this is how Samaveda is. And there is another rag, Deepak rag. When you go on singing that rag, there will be no fire. It is without flame. The lamp, it will be lit by the sound. And you must have seen our lamas, the Tibetan saints. They have some vowel and some rod. It is made up of 8 metals. The empty vowel, keep it in hand and go on circulating that rod made up of 8 metals around it, slowly, slowly, go on continuously rotating it in the air. And slowly, after 1 or 2 minutes, you will start hearing very, very slight sound. And slowly it becomes a so beautiful, audible sound of Om. I have tried it practically, so we can understand that sound is all-pervading and it can be created by many methods, and that is the cause for creation. Practically we can see. We need not go to science and break our heads. Sound is the cause for the creation, and that is nothing but vibration. the waves. So Samaveda deals with all the sound and music, rhythms. So Samaveda praise whom praise the Vedas called Sama. Celestial music. Sama chanters sing by the Vedas and their angas. Angas means parts, yes. Angas. With the pada. Pada means words. And the krama. Krama means the system, methods, the ragas, the rhythms, everything. And by the Upanishads. Upanishads also deal with the absolute truth only, nothing else. That means they sing the glory of the absolute truth, who is not other than personified truth, Lord Krishna, whom the yogins see with the minds observed in him through meditation, and whose end the hosts of devas and asuras know not. The demons and the gods, they are supposed to be stronger beings, opposite to each other, good and bad. So they also don't know the important VIPs of the creation, good and bad, important personalities. Good is God, bad is demons. So they don't know the beginning and the end of that absolute truth, but they sing the glory of that absolute truth, and to that truth personified as Krishna we salute, who acts like a cowherd boy and milks the milk of the cow Gita and all the Upanishads, and gives us the wise men to enjoy. And Arjuna is the calf. Because of him only we get this nectarian knowledge, blissful knowledge. So tomorrow we shall start, maybe, let us see what his will is. Tomorrow we shall start Gita. And this meditative stanzas one should by heart, and before starting Gita we should have that mood of meditation. How is Gita and what are the contents and who is the singer of this Gita song? Then only you can get the result of it. And result also, the glory of Gita chanting we have seen all round benefits you can have. All round benefits we can say in one sentence. If you chant Gita every day, little or whole, a part of it, even one sloka is enough daily. You should have that mood, and then you will get that benefit if you have faith and confidence. So let us see, may His will be done. We may start. I am afraid to start to carry such a big load. Anyway, by His grace, even the dumb can shout. Glory to Him. Hari Om. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnada Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Krishnananda Bhagavan ki jai. Satchidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Gita Maya ki jai.